Welcome to this gentle adult yoga class. We're focusing today on our first chakra. And if you have a strap today, please have that handy for later in the class. Let's get started. Seated on our mats. So if you can sit in easy pose or any cross-legged pose, then you will notice that your first chakra, which is right between your legs, is connected to the earth. So let's close our eyes for a minute. Become aware of the shape of the body. Feel that connection through the base of your spine, through the base of your sitting bones, connecting to the earth. Take some nice slow breaths with the awareness focused in the first chakra. And if you'd like to do a visualization, the first chakra is a swirling vortex of red energy. You might notice the size of that ball of energy, the brightness and clarity or murkiness of the color, the speed at which it's spinning. Notice if it's pulsing, and if so, the rate at which it's pulsing and the size. So as you check into the quality of your first chakra, and I apologize, maybe there's some chemical in this room or something. The energy in your chakra can be balanced, excessive, or deficient. So I'm going to read to you what a balanced chakra is. Grounded, physical health, being comfortable in your body, a sense of safety and security, stability and solidity, right livelihood, prosperity, the ability to be still, presence in the here and now. If you have excessive energy in the chakra, you'll feel heavy, sluggish, moving slow, resistance to change, overeating, hoarding, greediness, workaholism, excessive spending. If that chakra has deficient energy, you might have fear, anxiety, resistance to structure, underweight, spacey, flighty, or vague, disconnection from your body, restless, inability to sit still, and difficulty manifesting your desires. So in today's practice, we're going to balance the first chakra. If you feel that your first chakra is balanced, well, let me do the others first. If you feel your first chakra is deficient, as we practice, you want to imagine drawing earth energy up into the body. If you feel that your chakra is excessive, the energy in your first chakra is excessive, you want to imagine sending energy down into the base. So whatever pose we're in, drawing energy up from that base or down into the base. If you feel your chakra is balanced, then as you breathe, you can bring energy up, and as you exhale, send energy down. So that will be our focus to today's practice, connecting to the first chakra and balancing energy if it's deficient or excessive. Let's continue to feel our connection to the earth chakra by making some circles and notice the connection to the earth. And let's stop and go the other way. So if you're balanced, you're breathing in and breathing the energy up, breathing out and breathing the energy down. If you're excessive, you're focusing on the exhale, sending the breath and the energy down. If you're deficient, you're focusing on the inhale, bringing the energy up from the earth into your body. Let's continue with some sun shining breaths. On the next one, as we inhale up, let's interlace the hands and turn the palms towards the ceiling. Big stretch up, shoulders down. Feel the connection of the earth and how that helps you rise up high. Inhale, stretch to one side. Rotate the head if you like. Inhale to center and over the other way. Rotating. Come back to center. Let's float the arms down and into a spinal twist. And inhale up and spinal twist the other way. Inhale up and back to center. And remember, you can also engage the first chakra energy going up if you're palms up will bring the energy up. If you're deficient, palms down will bring the energy down if you're excessive. So I'm deficient, so I need to go up. Sitting up very tall, let the chin come down, and we'll make a little wave shape on our chest. And back to center. This isn't feeling right because I need to be more grounded. So even though the palms are down, that feels more grounded to me. So I'm going to reverse what I said based on my experience. See what you feel. That I feel that hands down is grounding. So rather than that working with deficiency, that actually feels it's work. Yeah, so that feels like it's working with deficiency for me. So see what feels right for you. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders down, let's rotate. Remember, yoga is a practical philosophy. It's not about theory, it's about how you experience it in your body. And the shoulders up, back, down, forward, making nice circles. Let's go the other way. Let's inhale the arms out. We're going to stretch over to one side and back to center and stretch over the other way. Feel grounded as you reach. This is called your sway envelope, and it has to do with your ability to be balanced. Obviously, your balance is based on your connection to the earth. And back to center. And while we're here, let's make little claw hands and we'll rotate. Still feeling that connection to the earth through our base. Breathing down into the earth, sending excessive energy down, or drawing energy up, breathing that energy up for a deficient chakra. We're going to go into airport scanner. So we're going to bring the palms facing front, the fingertips towards each other, and then squeezing the elbows in. Feel the breath, the chest broadening, the shoulder blades pulling towards each other, strengthening your postural muscles, and a nice straight spine is a really great expression of a healthy chakra system, allowing the energy to flow through all of the chakras. We're going to stop halfway and become air traffic controllers, circling from the elbows. And circle back the other way. And feel the energy tingling. Let's bring the hands together in prayer position. And come into a spinal twist here. And spinal twist the other way. This is an isometric exercise. We're pressing the palms together strongly. And when we put weight on our bones, that helps to strengthen our structure, which is part of our first chakra. Coming back to center, deep breath, press the hands in one direction and the head in the other. Moving slowly, mindfully. The energy through your body. Let's bring the feet out nice and wide. So we're connecting to the earth through the soles of our feet. And grab our shins and then rock back. And lift the spine. Draw that earth energy up through your feet, or exhale that earth energy down into your feet and into the earth. Creating balance in your first chakra, your ability to be present in the world, to have and to be. One more. And back to center. Let's stretch those legs out. Sitting in Dandasana, nice and tall. Sitting down through the sitting bones, a nice tall straight spine. And we're gonna go for a little walk. Feel nice, good energy in the legs, then we'll windshield wiper the legs. And widen them just enough so that you can pigeon toe them and penguin toe them. Bring the toes in towards each other and the toes out. Bring the toes in towards each other and out and towards each other and out. So opening up the hip joints here. One more. Up two. And back to center. We're going to point and flex our ankles. So our legs are all controlled by the first chakra, our connection to the earth. So now we've got a lot of our leg on the floor, feeling a lot of connection to the earth here. Still breathing out excess energy down through the root, or pulling up earth energy if we have deficient energy. We're going to stop for a minute and do a little brain game. So while we're sitting here with our feet flexed, we're going to just work our arms for a minute, wrists up and down. And then fingers up and toes up, we're going to point and flex. Using our core strength, pressing down into the earth and stretching up while we work our wrists and our ankles. Okay, now a little brain game. The toes are up, the fingers are down, and reverse. We having fun yet? And I'm going to ramp it up one more. You can have everything facing up. We're going to turn the toes in one direction and the hands in the opposite direction. If that's too much, you can obviously do the toes and hands in the same direction. But circling the ankles one way and the wrists the other, if you can. Quite a challenge. And stop and see if you can go the other way. If you want to start with one first, like the legs first. You're doing it in one direction, but not the other. Whatever. See what you can do. See how good your brain is. Whew. I give up on the hands though. All righty. Good work. Let's take a breath and press back into child pose, a truly grounding asana. Once again, because a lot of us is on the earth. And take a few grounding breaths here, whichever direction you're working on. Let's inhale up into table. And we'll stretch the right leg out and back and bring that up. And then we'll come into sunbird, bringing the nose and the knee towards each other. And inhale and stretch out. Really need to ground through the hands because you're balancing on 3 points instead of 4. So now clearly the earth connection is between the palms of your hands and the front of your opposite leg. And we'll come into a balancing pose here. Obviously, toes can be on the floor or lifted, pressing down through your supporting hand. And if you can, the opposite arm comes alongside your ear. Draw your shoulder into the socket and your hip into the socket, creating a nice stable base. If you'd like to do a little more challenge here, only if this feels safe to you, you can go into a elbow to knee and inhale, stretch. Otherwise, come out of the pose when you're ready. If this is too much, we'll just do 3. And let's come down and give ourselves a break in child pose. Maybe you need to shake out the supporting arm. And inhale up the other way, sending your left leg out, rounding through the base of your fingers. Do that back bent leg, lifting the leg up and curling in and stretching out. Using your imagination and your breath to help you either ground excess energy or draw earth energy up into your body, or both if you're already balanced. And we'll hold the next one. Again, you can stay with your toes on the floor or lift that leg up. Opposite arm alongside your ear, grounding through your supporting arm. Always feel free to come out early if it's too much. And if you'd like to ramp it up, you're going to bring elbow and knee towards each other. And inhale, stretch. I think that was 3. Down and back into child. Let's inhale back up. You want to get closer to the front of your mat so you can send your right leg out behind you and flip that leg over. Inhale and reach up. You can take your back foot and slide it towards the back wall so you've got a better base there. So big stretch. Let's turn that arm down and reach over the ear. So it's a lovely stretch in the side body, but grounding through the foot, lift the arch there. Nice straight spine. And come on back down and go the other way. So I'm just going to stay here. Flipping that foot over, opening the arm out and up. And now you get to see how we rotate the bottom foot back to give you a little more base. Turn that palm down and reach over the ear if that works for you. Big, long stretch in the spine and the side body. Arch is lifted. And inhale back into table and back into child, or even more grounding, perhaps egg pose all the way in. Let's reach the arms out in front. Bring the left arm in with the palm up, arm parallel to your knees, and slide through into an easy spinal twist, but a nice low grounded one. And we'll change sides, bring the other arm in, slide it through, press into your hand. Wow. And I like the Sanskrit name better, Garbhasana. Bring your hands to the floor, turn your toes over, and press up into a forward fold. And bend your knees deeply. Let your chest rest on your thighs and your head hang. Feeling very grounded here. If it feels good to sway a little bit, you can do that. And bring your hands to your sacrum, straighten your spine, press into your heels. Slowly come up. And come into Tadasana. Eyes open or closed as you ground through your feet and stretch up tall. Finding your grounding breath, either pressing the breath down to release excess, drawing energy up for deficiency or balance. And let's do a sun shining breath, inhaling up, coming up onto the toes and exhaling back down. Inhaling, and if you like, adding coming up onto your toes. And exhaling, coming back down. So we're moving nice and slow, feeling our connection to the earth, pressing into the earth to help us rise up. Last one, we're going to inhale, rise up. And just as we did sitting, we're going to interlace the hands and turn the palms towards the ceiling. You can stay on your toes or go back to flat foot if you need to. And let's lower the feet to the floor and stretch over to one side. Inhale up and stretch over the other way. Inhale up and float the arms down as you come into a spinal twist, pressing the hip forward. So the hip that you're facing, you press that hip forward so that the twist is in the belly, not in the hips. Inhaling back up and twisting the other way. Pressing that hip forward. Inhale back up and down. Let's step out to a 5-pointed star. Lifting the arches and pulling them out apart with our feet to engage the legs. Feel our connection to the earth. Feel how it supports and grounds us. And we'll rotate the toes to the right, heel to the right. We're going to reach over that leg and inhale back and reach the other way. Inhale up and reach. Inhale up and reach. Come to center and reach. Maybe going a little further each time. And reach the other way. Last one, reach and feel as you reach further, your legs get more and more engaged to support that reach. Turn the palms and come into Trikonasana. A grounding pose, reaching down through the feet and up through the fingertips. And tuck your chin and look down if you need to be more grounded, or tuck your chin and look up if you need to be more airy, if you have an excess or a deficiency. Or you can have your head neutral if you're balanced. Inhale back up. Turn the toes the other way. Hips and shoulders facing front. Inhale, reach over the leg. Come on back up. Reach the other way. Reach over the leg. I hope my math is good. This will be our last one. Reaching, turn the palms and come into Trikonasana. Grounding through the legs, pull that mat apart. And again, look down if you need to draw up more earth energy. Look up if you're excessive, or head in line with the spine if you are balanced. And inhale back up. Bring those toes in, bring the hands behind you. Let's pull the mat apart with the feet, lift the chest. And slide the hands down the legs. Let the head go. Bring the hands to the floor underneath your shoulders and walk yourself forward till you're on a flat back. Walk your left hand to the middle. Again, keeping those hips level, spinning from the middle of your body. Twist up. Bring that hand down and we'll change sides. Keep working on those level hips, spinning from the waist, the rib cage. And down. Bring the hands to the hips. Nice straight spine, pressing into the heels. Inhale out. One more 5-pointed star. And toe heel back to Tadasana. Take it in. Balancing pose. Let's grab our straps. If you don't have a strap, you can still do this pose. Come back to Tadasana. Pick up your right ball of your right foot and place the strap under the ball of the foot. Reaching down through the earth, firming your core, finding your drishti. We'll shift our weight and begin to pull that leg up. It's okay to go past where you know you're comfortable and you fall out. That's fine. Okay, we'll do the other side. So lifting up the ball of the foot and bringing the strap under the ball of the foot. Finding your drishti. Shifting your weight. Begin to bring that foot forward. One side is always better than the other. Good job. And come down onto your back, still holding onto your strap. Take a few breaths here in Shavasana. And if you have excess energy, this is definitely one of the best grounding poses you can do. And if you have deficient energy, this is one of the best grounding poses you can do. Are you drawing energy up from the earth or sending excess energy down? Let's bend the left knee in. Bring the strap around the ball of the foot once again and stretch that leg up. And up for you might look like that. That's fine. Wherever your body is perfect. We're going to begin by pumping the leg. So we're going to bend the knee, pressing into the earth, and then stretch up tall. So we're pumping the leg, pumping earth energy. Pushing against the strap, pushing against the earth. And let's hold that. Take a deep breath and exhale, pull the leg in a little closer with the leg straight. And release. Stretching up, so we're pumping in a sense in a different direction. Let's keep in the strap in the left hand. Let's rotate the hip socket so the toes turn outward. Right hand on your hip to keep that hip grounded. And then begin to open that leg out towards the floor. I like to have my elbow on the floor as well. You stop when you think the other hip is going to come up off the floor. So the pelvis is still level. Only going as far as you can, keeping both hips grounded. Rotating the toes from the hip joint towards the floor. And when you're found your place, And take a deep breath in and gently pull the leg and release. So it's like a clock hand that's moving towards your head, not towards the sky. Bring that leg in. Change hands on the strap. Rotate the toes towards the midline. The other arm can come out for balance and bring the leg across. So this is not a spinal twist. It's a stretch in the outside of the leg. You're staying on your back. So the leg obviously will not go as low as it would in a spinal twist. Find the place that feels right for you. And again, maybe it looks like this for you. That's okay. Or maybe it's higher up. Honor your body. And take a deep breath in, and we'll do the pulsing again. So pulling the leg like a clock hand to the outside of the circle, not back up to the sky, but parallel to the floor. Back to center. Let's bring the other leg in, foot flat on the floor, and we're going to pull that ankle right across and come into a figure four. And drop the strap for a minute. Just hang out here in figure four. We're not going to go fancy. We're just going to breathe, pushing that knee away. Feel the grounding through the foot. That's why we're not bringing it up this time. We're grounding through the foot, grounding through the pelvis, the whole back of the body. Nice to do a familiar pose differently, isn't it? And then cross and windshield wiper, nice and slow. Okay, come back to center. Stretch out your leg. Bring the other leg in and place the strap on the ball of the foot and stretch that leg up. We're reaching out through both heels, grounding through our back body. And we'll start with the pumping. And again, maybe your leg is here. That's okay. So inhale and pump. And you can imagine stretching out through both legs, even though only one leg is active. Moving nice and slow. Feeling the connection to the earth. And come to stillness. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, pulling that leg towards your head and release. So in a sense, we're still pumping, just in a different direction. Let's keep the strap in the right hand, rotate from the hip socket, turn the toes outward. Bring your other hand to your left hip to ground that hip and begin to bring the leg towards the floor, being mindful of this hip. Stop when you feel that hip is wanting to come off the floor. Stop before. And I like to ground my elbow on the floor as well. That can also help keep your legs stable, your hips stable. Rotating the toes towards the floor. And when you've found where your toes want to be, where your leg is. We'll take a few breaths here. We're going to inhale, reach out through the heel. And exhale, pulling the leg and releasing. Pumping that leg 4 times. Inhale, the leg back up. We'll change hands on the strap. Rotate, reach the arm out. And begin to lower that leg across the body. Staying on our backs, it's not a spinal twist. And again, you might be way up here, that's okay, or you may be way over here. Find your perfect pose. And when you're ready, we'll take a deep breath and then pump the leg 4 times. Inhale the leg back up. I'm going to bring the other foot flat on the floor. Pull that foot across the body, bring the heel on top of your knee and release the strap. Float the other knee away. And we're going to hang out here with the foot flat on the floor, rounding into reclining pigeon. And let's release that leg and open your arms out and windshield wiper the knees. And now you're getting a little bit of a spinal twist as well. Moving slowly, feel your sacrum massaging on the earth. And get what you need for Shavasana. And we'll take in the benefits of today's class. And stay here as long as you like. When you're ready, bring some movement back into your fingers and toes. And gently moving, stretching whatever way feels good to you. Place your feet flat on the floor, roll to one side. And make your way to a seated position. Namaste.